In with us today, special guest Cody Draper, the race director of the Bear 100. Cody, what's up, man?
Hey, good to be here. Thanks for having me.
Cody, we have a couple quick updates and a huge announcement from you. Thanks for coming into studio. The Bear 100 and DC Peaks, really, really cool announcement. But before we get to the good news there, what's going on in the Rocky Mountain Slam this year?
Yeah, let's give an update. So we have 7 entrants this year in the Rocky Mountain Slam, and it is awesome. I think that's the most we've had for a long time. So changing it a little bit here and there has helped kind of revitalize it and get some fresh interest in it. So this year we have entrants. The youngest is 25 and the oldest is 65. So we're pretty excited to have just a wide variety of runners showing up.
So you guys made some changes. When we met over a year ago and you were on the podcast, we talked about the Rocky Mountain Slam. Mm-hmm. So for our listeners, quick review on what races can people enter to be a part of the Rocky Mountain Slam next year?
Yeah, good question. So we have a total of 8 races, and you can choose 4 of the 8, as long as one of them's the bear at the very end. And so really we've had a mix and mash of all the different 8 races, and they include, we started off with Bighorn 100, Scout Mountain 100, and then in July we have Ouray and Hard Rock. And in August, we have Leadville and the Wyoming Range 100. And then in September, you have Wasatch and the Bear.
But for years, it was only 4, mm-hmm. right? And then over time, as it got harder to get into Hard Rock or harder to get into Wasatch.
And Leadville, yeah, there's 3 lotteries.
Even Bear's hard to get into now.
Yep.
So you've expanded the races to be a little more inclusive to stuff you can just go sign up for.
Yeah, exactly. And the runners that we've had signed up, so 7 runners have signed up, and they have a mix of each of those. And there's no race with less than 3 runners, except for Leadville, which is impossible to get into that lottery too. So it's kind of wild that we have a good mix of 2 to 3 to 4 runners in every race.
Awesome. That is really cool. Okay, where can people learn more about that? Is it just on Ultra Sign Up, or where is that?
Yeah, it's on Ultra Sign Up. Just search for Rocky Mountain Slam or go to the bear100.com website. There's a page that talks about the slam there too.
Awesome. And then you came in to studio today for a very, very special announcement. I think it's such a cool concept, really catchy tagline. What is it that you want to share with us today?
Yeah, so this is exciting. We love the ultra running community, and we love to work with the local races around us. We've recognized that it's super hard to get into the Bear, hard to get into Wasatch. There's a lot of buzz around all of these races. And we thought, I had a friend, Steve, who thought of the clever idea of having it called the Bear Tag, right? What is the hardest hunting tag to get?
The Bear Tag.
I've heard it's the Bear Tag. And so we thought that was really cool. And we want to integrate a good cooperation with the local races. And so we have decided that in partnership with these races, we would provide a free entry to the first place male and female of multiple 50-mile races into the next Bear 100 race. So it's a way to race your way into the Bear. We've recognized that the Bear is popular, and we love that. We're excited about that. It fills up super fast, and it's hard to plan ahead and make sure that you have your whole race schedule mapped out in December the year before. And so maybe you were one of those that missed the sign up, but you want to really do it. This is a way to get into it. So you find one of these races, and we'll talk about which ones, but you can go to any of these 50 and just crush it, of course. And
by crush it, what do you mean?
Well, yeah, it is a pretty high bar. So first place male, first place female get comped in. So you get the option of joining us in the next Bear.
And what are the 50 milers that have access to the Bear Tag?
Yeah, awesome. So we kick it off each year with the Bear is going to be the first race. So first place previous year, the Bear, they get in. And then right after that, we have DC Peaks right on your course. And that's the subsequent week. And so really in October, we kick it off. And then the next spring in March, we have the Buffalo Run 50 miler. And then not long after that, we have the Scout Mountain 50 miler and the Snow Peaks 50 miler. And then the last race that has the option to get in with the bear tag is the White Pine 50 in August.
Awesome. So you've got 5 opportunities for elite men, elite women. Go win one of these races, get automatic comp entry into the Bear 100. You don't have to sit there and wait for the second that registration opens and try to get in. Because how quick did the Bear 100 sell out last year?
It was 2 hours on the nose. So
2 hours.
It was
350 spots and 400 people deep on the waiting list.
Yeah, we cut it off at 500, and that was within 2 days that we shut it down. And I still have people reaching out, hoping to get on and off the wait list or get onto the wait list, but we're not going to clear it. So it's full. We're excited. It's been popular.
Such a cool concept. Okay, so I'll give you some tough questions. Hopefully you have answers to them. If I'm an elite runner or I win this, someone wins DC Peaks. DC Peaks is roughly 60 days from right now. And we're going to announce the bear tag and push it out to elite runners that want to come win our race and then run the Bear 100 in 2025.
Yeah.
If they win DC Peaks 50, but they can't run Bear 100 or they don't want to, can they transfer that or does it just disappear? Can they defer?
Yeah, great question. So we want to give them some time to stew on it, because nothing's worse than finishing a race and being totally wrecked and then having to turn around and decide your next race. So we're going to give some buffer time and let them stew on it for a bit and see if it's going to work out for them. If they choose to decline it, we will move it down to the second place person. So that's awesome. If you're really close, go ahead and push for that second place, because it might mean that it gets pushed down to you. And a lot of runners already have a pretty good idea of what their schedule is, especially if they're in one of the later races like Snow Peaks or White Pine. You kind of already know, what your September is looking like.
That's what I was going to say. If you're racing in June and July, a 50 miler, you probably have 100 on your schedule in September.
Maybe, right? And that's where we give the option to second place, and it rolls down to them. If both of them choose to say, sorry, that's okay, appreciate it, we're going to do something else, that's cool. We understand, and we'll just kind of let it go there.
Cool. So to be clear, the tag is for the year in which you raced the 50 miler.
Except for DC Peaks.
Except for us.
But it's, between the bear events. So the calendar or the event year where the bear takes place a week before DC Peaks, and so then it would be the next bear that would take place. You can't roll it into the subsequent year. It is the next bear. We invite you to come and join us, and we hope you do.
Awesome. Okay. So if they don't, male or female, it goes to second or third or so on.
After second, we're just going to cut it off.
That's it.
Yep. So top 2 have an option to choose, right? If it rolls down to second, great. If it doesn't, well, best luck. Hopefully come back next year.
No, I don't see very many scenarios where first and second both have a race on their schedule or can't make it work. I'd be really shocked.
I think so.
I like that policy. That's cool. Because to defer forever or think about it's like, no, we want to see you this year, man. Like you just crushed this 50 miler. See you in 2 months. See you in 3 months.
Yep. We have a lot of runners that legit, it's their first time running a 50 miler, and they are just killers. But they haven't run 100 yet, and so they don't really know. They need to do a qualifier, and we want to give them a chance to go and crush it. So we're excited to partner with these races. They are some of the best races that are local to us, and we want to support them and work together and be a good community.
Awesome. I love it. I love the idea. Okay, next question kind of coming to mind just live on the spot. Why one? Why one male, one female in each race? That's a pretty, as you said, high bar, right?
Yeah,
high bar.
It's high bar. Just like getting a bear tag, it's pretty rare, and we want to keep it rare. We think it's special. It's elite level, and we want to introduce it where it's it's tough to get. It's a high bar, and we want to be able to award the runner with the certificate that really means something. That's hey, we know how tough it is to hunt a bear, we think this is the same thing. So we're trying to be clever.
It is the same thing.
I think it's fun. So you might see something like that as an award that we give them.
Hey, look, I agree with it. I think because there are like golden ticket or there's UTMB automatic entry. Some UTMB races are top 10 gets to go to UTMB. Some are top two. Just depends on whatever the race is.
Yep.
And it kind of moves around. But I mean, if you have 5 races, you're giving away 10 tags.
We think we'll have good, 10 elite runners coming to the race, and that's what we want. We want a high quality race, and this is a way to get yourself on that start line and prove that you're tough stuff.
Cool. Hey, I love what it's going to do. 2 things. I love what it's going to do for the 50-mile, the competition in the local 50 milers. I think it's going to elevate the competition there. So I'm excited as a DC Peaks guy to see the competition there. But dude, the 2025 Bear 100 has the potential to be like right up there with the elite runners, elite races. Now that you have this draw of, we're going to have 10 elites guaranteed, guaranteed 10 plus whoever signs up.
Yeah.
Because it's not a lottery.
Yeah.
These guys and gals can just go sign up. If they miss it and don't get it, hey, they can go win a race.
Yep.
So what if they're signed up for the Bear 100 and they
still win one
a
of
bear
those?
tag?
We'll comp them in.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll work something out.
Yeah, I guess they could say, hey, I'll give it to second because I'm already in.
Yeah, that could be a nice gesture.
A little community gesture.
A little bit of rivalry at the start line of the
true.
Bear. And could be fun, a rematch maybe. For the
Hey,
first and
that guy's like,
second
I'm not giving it to that guy behind me.
place.
He almost caught me.
Might be afraid. I don't know.
I can beat him in a
That'll be
50,
fun.
but I can't beat him in 100.
Yeah, we'll work it out.
That's cool. Good stuff. Okay, man. Well, hey, I appreciate you coming in. I'm the most excited and very, very grateful that you thought of DC Peaks and you're allowing DC Peaks to be a part of the Bear Tag. This is going to be huge for DC Peaks, for the 5 50-milers here locally, and increase and elevate the level of the Bear 100. So good job, man. Great idea. And thanks for inviting us.
We're excited. Come and get your Bear Tag.
All right, buddy. Let's do it.